Okay, so I've removed the wheels from the bicycle by just simply loosening the axle bolts. Looking at the rear wheel, the next thing I want to remove is the cassette here. You'll need 3 tools to do it. A cassette lock ring remover tool, looks like this. A chain whip tool, looks like this. And a large wrench. Okay, so I got the lock ring loose. Let's just go ahead and pull it up. So now the whole cassette will, here's the lock ring for the cassette. Now the whole cassette will just come right off. Just pull it on up. As you can see, the 1.85 millimeter spacer just takes up a little bit more space on the hub here. It just slips down like that. So when you go to put your cassette on here and you tighten down its lock ring, there won't be any wiggling. If you have any wiggling along the hub of the wheel here, when you have the lock ring all the way cinched down, there's some play, it's moving around, it's not, on here firm, that means you need a spacer like this. And depending on how many speeds your cassette has and what size your hub is, will depend on how big the spacer needs to be. You might need a 1 millimeter plus a 1.85 millimeter or a 2 millimeter spacer. It just does depend on what you're working with. So here's my 9-speed cassette with the lock ring here. So this particular cassette comes in several parts. There's one part that's fused together here. There's 3 rings on it. So you just, move it around the hub until you find a spot where it just slides right on, like that. Then I got another piece. It has 2 rings attached together, so we'll just slip that on. There goes that. And then I got one of these rings. Then I have a spacer here. I have another ring. I have another spacer. I have another ring. So this is the final ring. We'll just set it right on top there. Find the spot where it falls into place. And this is the lock ring. Just put it on top. And then using the cassette lock ring remover tool, just slip it in right here. And we'll just screw the cassette down onto the hub. And we're going to go ahead and get up for this. We'll just cinch it down nice and tight. Clockwise to tighten. I'm feeling the cassette right here. I'm trying to push it back and forth along the hub, and it's not wiggling, it's not moving around, there's no play in it. That means I have the right amount of spacers on this cassette, so we're good.